Today is the feast of St. Ignatius of Loyola. Ignatius comes from the Latin ignis, which means fire. All through his life, Ignatius was convinced of that one axiom: go set the world on fire. This is what he wanted his men to do. This is what he firmly believed in. Fire is a four-letter word. F stands for faith. And Ignatius was a man of faith, a man who was rooted in the fact that God was sending him on a mission to help build a better world, a world in which justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity would be the cornerstones. He believed that every Jesuit also had to live with that mandate of faith that does justice. I is for inclusiveness. We cannot live in this world today if there is no pluralism or diversity, if we are not able to include others in our mission, in the vision that we have. If we are pilgrims of hope, we have to learn to walk with others, to accompany others in their quest for a more humane and dignified life. And all throughout his life, Ignatius spelt inclusiveness. Ignatius was a man of reconciliation. R stands for reconciliation. And in his own life, we saw that he gave in to God's call to convert, to build a better world, to become a better human being. For him, it was reconciliation, first of all, with himself, with all his desires, ambitions, his pettiness, his desire for grandiose. It was reconciliation with God, to come to terms with God, to be able to see God in all things. Reconciliation with others, with their neighbor, as Pope Francis would tell us in Fratelli Tutti, to reach out to the lost, the least, the last. Who's my brother? And that was for St. Ignatius reconciliation. Above all, reconciliation with creation, the care of our common home, the Laudato Si, which we so need in our world today. That is why in the final exercise of the spiritual exercises, he gives us that fantastic contemplation to obtain the gift of love, to be able to see God in all things. We cannot be fire if we are not able to encounter. E is for encounter. Just as Moses encountered God in the burning bush, we need to take us out our sandals, our self-desires, our pettiness, to be able to reach out to others, to be able to encounter the reality of today's life, to be able to encounter our sisters and brothers, whether they are Adivasis, Dalits, the LGBTQIA community, the Muslims, the women of our times, anybody who needs us to encounter them. Ultimately, today is a day in which each one of us is called to set this world on fire. Are we prepared to meet that challenge? Are we prepared to set this world on fire? I wish you the joys and blessings of this feast day. Happy feast of St. Ignatius of Loyola.